wonderful good morning, dear viewers, wherever you're watching us from, on Facebook, on YouTube, and indeed in the comfort of your homes on TV, Lumen TV, channel 101 on Top Star. You are now watching Lumen this day. You are with me, Sidney Mwamainda, and of course joined by Vincent Perry.
Thank you so much, Sydney, and welcome viewers. It
looks like the weather is not leaving you.
Hey, this weather is really very unpredictable, Sydney. Yeah, the other day it's a bit warm and then suddenly it is cold. And so you don't really know what to expect until you just experience the weather itself.
It is indeed a pleasure to be here and to look at the stories that are trending and to discuss them. Hope, dear viewers, you join us and participate with your views through text messages, and indeed you can as well just call us and participate, make your comments known on the stories that we have. I know some of you are excited. The Agriculture and Commercial Show is on. We expected that we'll speak to someone from Caritas Zambia pertaining the show and indeed the theme, which is around climate change, as that is one of the areas that Caritas engages in. However, that doesn't look to be possible today, maybe next time. However, we have stories of the trending stories of the 79 suspects of riotous behavior that happened yesterday in Chingola of Zambia. We also have a story of the land bill deferred for wider stakeholder dialogue, but also cabinet approval of the IMF program extension request. Then, of course, in the sports, we look at the history that Sam Konga continues to make. Vincent.
Yeah, well, interesting stories that we have, Sydney, and I'm sure the viewers out there would also want to make a comment. And this is not our program. This is a program for you. You can also text us or even give us a call, and we get your views on the stories that we are looking at today.
Great. So, Zambia Police, in our first story, Zambia Police Service wishes to inform the general public that a total of 79 suspects have been apprehended and are currently in police custody in connection with acts of riotous behavior that erupted yesterday, 30th July 2025 in Chingola. The background is that a disturbance by elite Jerabos, that is informal small-scale miners who had been recently displaced from Senseri open pit, are the ones that Vincent caused this.
Yeah. Well, I think to start with, Sydney, riots have never been the best way to air grievances. Yeah, usually when these riots takes place, it's actually the women, the children that usually suffer the most. And at the end of the day, it's public infrastructure, government infrastructure being destroyed, and it is taking people back, and even just individuals' property being destroyed, looting, and so on. Usually, these things happen. Usually, they are fueled by even people that are not even interested parties, so to say. Like I think we've seen University of Zambia rioting and so on. You find that they are the ones who start, but at the end of the day, there are people who are trying to fuel it so that they have some benefits. You know, they have criminal minds. At the end of the day, they want to root some businesses and so on. And yeah, so usually there are other people behind it who are who make sure that it goes to a larger extent where they benefit also. So for me, I think at the end of the day, riots are not the best way to air grievances. I think if we can sit down, dialogue, and maybe a peaceful protest, usually peaceful protest, they are looked at as if they are, I don't know what I can say, maybe they are backwards or something to say like that, where maybe 3-4 people will just be there. But when it is a riot, it gets to those extent, and that a lot of people and a lot of criminal minds will take advantage and grab 1 or 2 things that government or individual properties.
Yes, Vincent, I think you are right that riotous behaviors are not the best way to protest. Actually, as people, we ought to know that peaceful protests are allowed, but then when you engage in violence protest and then destroying infrastructure, for example, here we told Mwaiseni trading area was also targeted public infrastructure, a township in Lulamba. All those places were attacked, or people went there and started grabbing things in shops. And worse off, in such situations, you'll find always that there's life lost. And in this case is not peculiar. It is one case in point that we have life that was lost, and it is not good. But also not only life lost, but also injuries. And we are told de facto injuries to people, and this is bad. Then the current situation is that police has at least managed to apprehend 79 suspects, and that these will very soon appear in court and be investigated. But maybe our word would be that when, as people, we are grieved, we ought to sort for solutions that will help us to address the matters that we are grieved about in a cordial manner. Like I've already said, peaceful protests are allowed. Police may not give you permit, whatever, but you can just stand up, gather, go and sit in the sun or in the cold, or begin to walk and sing with placards. Yes, they will come, they will aid you somewhere, and then you will say, no, we are not happy because of this and this. And surely powers that be will always listen. So, however, it is about the mines, like we've already noted. And Senseri open pit mine is not only one mine that we've seen such situations happening. We were, the other weeks, we were talking about mines in Solwezi, where also we had some deaths of people after police trying to bring peace and order, and then up to today we don't know who killed those people. However, the issue is about mining and the minerals that the Zambians continue to discover. And it's a serious matter because people need to make ends meet. However, there is a debate that was in Parliament presented by one of the members of Parliament for Kamfisa, who has suggested something to the government.
The motion of adjournment, Mr. Speaker, is very clear. Can we allow government to own the mining operations in Mufumbwe? Can we also allow government to run the facility? Because the history of our country, Mr. Speaker, has been that when we find the resource, the first thing that comes to our mind is for us to find an investor to provide the financial resources. Now, Mr. Speaker, from where I stand, Zambia has been doing mining activities since 1930. The first mining shaft, I'm sure, Minister, you agree with me, that the first mining shaft was sunk at Inkana in Kitwe in 1930. Now, I'm wondering from where I'm standing, Mr. Speaker, from 1930 to where we are today, are we saying we don't have the technical capacity to run mining operations? If you go to First Quantum Minerals in Solwezi, in Kalumbila, Mr. Speaker, the people running that mine are Zambian engineers. If you go to Lumwana, you go to Mopani, you go to KCM, Mr. Speaker, the people that are running these mining facilities are Zambian engineers, Zambian geologists, Zambian accountants. These are individuals that have been running mining operations for many years. The only challenge we've had, Mr. Speaker, has been the issue of financial resources. So from where I'm standing, Mr. Speaker, and I believe this is a conversation we should start having, are we saying the people who are financial experts cannot tell us which financial model we can use to allow ourselves to raise the money and begin running these mining facilities? So the conversation I bring today, Mr. Speaker, to the August House is about allowing government for the first time, allowing government to run the gold mining activities in Mufumbwe. We are not saying the resource is not there. We are not saying we have no capacity, Mr. Speaker. We are saying for many years we have been doing mining. The only problem we've had, Mr. Speaker, has been our capacity to raise the money. Are we saying up to now we don't have the qualified accountants, people that train at the University of Zambia, people that train at the Copperbelt University, Mr. Speaker? What have they been learning all these years? They've been learning how to raise money, how to find resources, and here is an opportunity, Mr. Speaker. A mine is available in Mufumbwe. Can we use the Mufumbwe mining activities as a model that we can then be able to replicate in other areas? At this stage in our country, Mr. Speaker, we should be discussing how best Zambia can begin running its own mining activities. Here is an opportunity, Mr. Speaker. The mine has been secured. The mining license should be issued to the Zambian government. I'm not saying we start looking for an investor, Mr. Speaker. We are tired of investors being the only ones that have the financial capacity to bring resources. If today we announced, Madam Vice President, if today we announced how many Zambians want to provide financial resources to be part of the ownership structure through government in Mufumbwe, Mr. Speaker, there will be so many people that will be willing to support government and undertake mining operations. So today, my message to both the right and the left, Mr. Speaker, is a very straightforward conversation. Can we, for the first time, allow ourselves to try running a mining activity? Gold mining, Mr. Speaker, is something that local people are able to do. The people that are not even skilled, go to Mufumbwe. The people that were displaced in Mufumbwe, Madam Vice President, have limited skills. Mr. Speaker, these are people that have never been to university, but yet they were able to find the resource. Yet they were able to use the basic tools, Mr. Speaker, to get the mineral out of Mufumbwe. So I'm asking myself, Mr. Speaker, are we saying all these years that we've trained mining engineers, all these years that we've trained mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, environmental engineers, are we saying they don't have the capacity to go into Mufumbwe, be given resources by government, get the resource out, give it to the Zambia Gold Company, Mr. Speaker, and the Zambia Gold Company sells it to the Bank of Zambia? Mr. Speaker, that will give us the financial position that Zambia deserves to have. All the rich countries, Mr. Speaker, use gold as a reserve. I was reading the report from the Bank of Zambia last week, and the figures they gave us, we only have $300 million worth of gold. That's not enough. We should be discussing $1 billion worth of gold. That is what we should be discussing. Mr. Speaker, how are we going to have $1 billion worth of gold if all the gold that we produce is being mined by foreign entities? Here's an opportunity, Mr. Speaker. Zambia has been known for mining. No wonder we are called the copper bullets. Our history, our identity as Zambia has been about mining. Here is an opportunity in Mufumbwe. Here is an opportunity.
So there you are in Parliament talking about the mines. And I think he's spot on. He's talking about Zambians taking charge and running these mines. Yeah, I think he's talking about the qualified people that we have from the University of Zambia and all these colleges. And of course, there are all those that have traveled far and wide, and they have experience that they can actually bring in and also help into the mining issues that we have in Zambia. Why is it that when we're talking about mining, it's the Chinese and every other person that will come? And of course, we've seen situations where when they mine the minerals from Zambia, they get all the raw materials, and then we in turn get back the finished goods, which I think is not doing Zambia good. And yeah, I think that those are the lines that the minister there is talking about.
Yes, the Honorable Member of Parliament for Kamfinsa. Those who don't know his name, is Honorable Christopher Kangombe. He is actually the PF Member of Parliament. Vincent, I should admit that as an individual and as Zambians, that's the kind of debate that we need to expect, that we deserve from our members of Parliament. Debates that look out for common good rather than debates that just aligned to your political party or to your personal interest. Because sad to say, that is what we see many times, that whenever a member of Parliament speaks, whenever a person speaks, you are speaking from the point of your personal interest, or maybe your family interest or whatever. But mostly is personal interest, political interest. Very few times you hear conversations like those. And from where I stand, I look at it as, because the issues that we've been seeing over mines, it's because of one thing, lack of employment. And so people are trying to find something to do and also to make ends meet and to better their lives. So if government was stood up and owned these mines and then employed these people, there'll be nothing like illegal miners. You see, people have found, like he's saying, people are using their hands to get this gold. You see, government can manage to find a grader. You see, a caterpillar, and a license is given. I still up to today look forward to seeing a Zambian government that is into development projects, like owning companies and employing people, rather than a government that only relies on taxes, every time taxes. Government has resources which for many years has been getting from taxes and from these mines, wherever. So they can invest that money. Open up mines, employ people, and the debate of having illegal miners, I think, as Honorable Kangombe says, will be a thing of the past. This brings me to the next story that we are looking at, where Cabinet has approved the IMF program extension request. Zambia owes borrowers a lot of money, and this debt continues to increase. We are told domestic debt has increased to 81%. The last line there, 89%, 81.3%. And if our government was able to open such mines and mine and sell this gold, this is not money. Will be paid in no time, and will not be talking of Zambia. The economy that we have is not growing. It's overburdened, and so it's not sustainable. The debate will be over. So yesterday, government spokesperson Cornelius Mwetwa says cabinet has approved the Ministry of Finance request to seek a 12-month extension of the International Monetary Fund IMF supported extended credit facility. You see, the extension aims to consolidate progress made so far and support ongoing economic reforms through to 31st October 2026. The original 28-month program approved in August 2022 approved 1.3 billion to help restore macroeconomic stability. You see? So this macroeconomic stability that we want, we can achieve it. I still look for a country of ours that will be involved in production. Yeah. The money, government has the money. The minister there also said they can easily advertise to say Zambians who perhaps want to get shares in this mine or in this agricultural scheme that we've put up here. Can they come forward? People apply, they have money, and they will do proper business rather than hide and seek business that many people do. And we hear, no, people are hardworking, whatever. Every time we are questioning people, where did you get the money from, whatever. And that way we'll be able to know. Because these mines that we are talking about, people go there, they get they get minerals, they sell secretly, and then tomorrow you see someone who was poor like me has a lot of resources, and you're wondering, where did this person get the money from? So I think we just need to up our game, and government has to begin to invest. We have ZNS. We've already said, for example, maize, we've seen that it is also another god, you know. Recently there was that MOU that we were told, no, it wasn't signed. About 1,000 tons of maize was said to have been agreed between Zambia and DRC Congo that we're going to sell. But then it was rescinded. No, it is not the case. But if Congo DR wants to buy maize from us, and we have the capacities to grow this maize, why shouldn't government go in using ZNS, open a farm in this area? The other day we are talking about the Northern Circuit having potential for agriculture. Why shouldn't government go and clear land and begin to cultivate this maize, and then we sell and make money? But then Sydney, who gets 2 pin every time, taxes, it doesn't make sense.
Well, Sydney, let's move on to another topic. And this is the land bill have been deferred for wider stakeholder dialogue.
It's also another, for me, Vincent, another sad situation, because remember, between 2 months, this is another bill. We had Bill 14 deferred. And this is another bill, number 13, also deferred, you see, for the same reason. So I think there's a problem with maybe leadership, so to say, without beating around about the bush. There's a problem with leadership in that, you know, people are doing things without consulting others, and then when you come up with a paper, people find issues with the same paper, or with in this case the same bill, and they begin to point out the gray areas, and then they tell you, no, then you even see through yourselves and say, no, this is not good, no, let us defer it, let us consult. And like, why not begin with consulting the people? I think that is the way it should be. Begin with consulting the people, and then the people approve, and then we go ahead and do what the people want. Because leadership, and in particular at political level or at state level, it is actually for the people and not for yourselves. You see, and that's why you find that when political parties are in opposition, people begin to like side with them, vote, because they speak the language that the people are speaking. But when they go into government, always, our governments have always been changing positions, and this is clear evidence that people are not consulted, and perhaps that people are trying to do things for their own interest and not for the interest of the people. Yeah, and like people would say, this is like shooting your own feet. Yeah.
Well, unfortunate Sydney. Unfortunate Sydney. I also expected that before they could even think about it, I mean, why not first try to consult the people, to find out what the people are thinking. And after all, it's the people's interest. Now, why do you want to bring something and then after receiving a backlash of some kind, that's when now we decide, oh no, let's now try to defer it. So I think it is showing lack of planning, Sydney, because if people planned area enough, they would have navigate through easily without having all these problems. So I think planning is one thing that should be done before.
Maybe because of such reason, that's why you find maybe people resorting so much to prayer. But I always say that there are things that we can do on our own and things that God can do for us. And now, because of maybe people in their homes praying too much, and children are saying, no, my father is praying, is a prayerful person, my mother is a prayerful person, and now we are ending up with the prophet, like one who will see a young person who is prophesying things. Let's just listen to this young prophet, and then we'll see what this person, this young man was talking about.
Can I prophesy?
Prophesy.
Bamayo banga ndeba mona. Ndeba mona kwati bali mu muliro bale pya fya badita bale lungu.
Hapana me.
Bali babike fintu fimwe fingi ofu bapitamo fingi sana fya utila. Je tibafikwanisha ngata bakosele chama bebe. Ndeba mona bali bapapika omwana owafu.
Go deeper.
Ndeba mona no wamayo omutima ulafuma sana. Ndi omutima ulafuma masai mona te kwati. What if I twitch for Pomurifi?
Balasobana no kusobana.
Basobana no kusobana. Elo ndemona na kumano kwenu bali kata kwa mano enu tapayo kwa bombero. Elo mungesho okubomba tapabo ko muyayi. Mwafe pamope. Tampashi wa mayonga ndembi. Ndio tampashi wa mayonga ndembi. Ndemona festival wenu. Ndekwa iko kumupepelela ko sana.
Fish chitika pali ku Facebook.
Fish chitika pali.
Wewe tuwebe.
Okay, so there we are, dear viewers. That's the situation that we are seeing. I don't know whether we have to allow such to grow. Jesus, of course, was speaking with the elders, the Pharisees and the scribes in the temple at 12. But that is a different case that we are seeing there, and whether we are interpreting things properly, Vincent, what do you think?
Sydney, unfortunately, such things are happening, and this looks like a joke because it is done by a young person. But really, these things are happening where people would gather, and here comes a prophet, speak through people's minds and so on. And they just speak from their head, really. If you interpret and try to analyze things, you will discover that he's just speaking from his head and instilling fear sometimes in people. And so for me, I think, yes, they are doing that and they are earning money at the end of the day. Maybe that's the reason why they are doing it, because they will not do these things for free. People have to pay money. They will have the anointing oils and so on, and they are getting money. So at the end of the day, it's actually business. So people have to be careful and not to what can I say, not to listen to what most of these people are doing. I'm not trying to say that everyone is a false prophet, but there are those that are genuine ones. They will come and tell you things, but I think the way we can notice them is what they are saying, really. Most of them, those that are not genuine, they will instill a lot of fear and make you think if you don't do what they are telling you, something bad is going to happen to you. And they will tell you a prophecy without a solution. I think a prophecy should come with a solution. Why should God tell you that you are going to die in 2 days? And what is the way out? I think God should also come up with a way out on how you are going to survive some kind of a sickness or something. So for me, I think those are the things that people should look out for. Otherwise, people will end up paying a lot of money and nothing is happening. Like the young boy there is doing, is trying to follow into some footstep of some person he is imitating.
Yeah, so that is a sad one there. Young people imitating wrong things. I think being a preacher man or a prophet is different from being a musician. Yeah, a musician can start like that. We are seeing them singing, but that needs that young person needs to go to school and then finish, then go to, I don't know, you call it a Bible school. In the Catholic Church, we'll say go to the seminary, finish, and the like. And you know, me, every time I get worried when I hear prophecies like those, we've never seen such a prophecy in the Bible. The prophecy that we get in the Bible from the prophets Ezekiel and others are prophecies like repent, choose life or death. Keep away from your sinful acts, because if you stay there, this is what will happen. Choose God and you'll have life. Something like that. No, don't don't mistreat the orphans, don't mistreat the son, because when you do this, this is what will happen. I think that's what you meant when you are saying there should be prophecy and also a solution. But the next thing would be mumpere shinga mipeperere ifumeko. So people should open their eyes and begin to know these things. Vincent Sinkonga continues to make history. He's been ranked second globally in 400 meters less. I think this makes you happy.
It does, Sydney. It does. Not only me, of course, a lot of Zambians, and I think Africa in general, because it's a huge achievement. It's unfortunate that we here in Zambia, we don't look at it as huge as it's supposed to be. Our friends in Kenya, they are looking at athletics as a serious business. For them, I think it is one of the first sports that they are looking at. For us, I think we are looking at soccer as being our main sport. But that achievement is really huge. Best in Africa, second in the world, is a massive achievement. But this is coming from someone who I think is very serious with what he is doing. At the age of 19, he was a Commonwealth champion. He minted gold, and he also minted silver at the ended Olympics. So I think he's someone who is coming up, and he's not that old. He's a young person who I think a lot of athletes who should emulate and try to do what he is doing. Because athlete in Zambia is not really a sport that a lot of people can talk about. There are very few that have done much in terms of athletes. We're talking about what's the name again? How am I missing it? Matete, yes.
You see, I know.
Yeah, of course. Matete is one of those that really tried, but besides Matete, I think we'll go as far back as in the 70s, maybe that's when we heard of people that did something, but you can't compare any of those to what Samkonga is doing. So I think a lot of young ones should try to emulate and get examples from what he's doing and advance their sports.
So the young prophet should look at Samkonga and try to emulate. Vincent, sorry I cut you, but because I'm being signaled that we are behind time, and we would want to thank all those that have been following us. Prosper Chisala from Ruingu in Northern Province, enjoying the program, among many others that too many for me to mention. But dear viewers, join us again next week on Tuesday when we come with another package of the stories. For now, we'll ask you to continue watching Lumen TV and stay crude, because at 10 hours exactly you have the ZRA tax chat program, and today the topic being looked at by Alice and Mr. Kumwenda is clearing agents management module. So for today, thank you very much, and stay tuned for that program and many more others to come. Bye for now.